They thought I couldn't hear him fighting, but I could. At first I thought they were fighting because of me, so I tried to stay out all the time. But then I realised that if I was in the house, they wouldn't fight as much, and he might not hit her. But near the end, it didn't matter if I was there or not, he'd just lose it. I never knew what made him so angry, and it was impossible to tell if he was going to hit her, or just keep screaming. The last time he went ballistic, he kicked her out. I went with Mum, but he wanted me to stay with him instead. He thought I didn't know it was all his fault. Now they're getting a divorce, he still wants to see me, but I don't know what to do. He's still my dad and stuff, but he scares me sometimes. And anyway, my mum needs me. My nan says I'm the man of the house now, but I don't want to be, because that makes me like him. Sometimes I lose my temper and it freaks me out. I can feel it bubbling away and it's like I'm turning into him. I get angrier and angrier and then it all kicks off. I just want to be left alone. I don't want to be the man of the house, and I just wish it was all back to normal. But it's not like anyone really listens to me, so I just keep quiet.
Me and my mum are best friends. She tells me everything and I tell her everything too. Sometimes I don't even call her mum, we're more like sisters. She took the divorce really hard, so she needs me to be grown up and help her out. My two little brothers need me too. I'm like their second mum, I look after them. Mum says they don't understand how bad my dad was because they were too young. I don't remember much apart from them arguing all the time. Mum told me about all the other bad stuff he used to do. To be honest, I don't know why she didn't leave sooner. The court says we have to see him. The boys love it, they're all over him, but they don't know how bad he was to Mum. He says it wasn't like that, but of course he'd say that. I know he's lying. Mum told me and she was there. I hate him for what he did to us and I don't like seeing him. I'd rather stay with Mum and make sure she's okay. Who else is going to? Dad's got a new girlfriend but Mum's not got anyone. Well, no one serious. I think she's really lonely, so she needs me. Like I told you, we're best friends.
Once upon a time, Mum and Dad loved each other, but you wouldn't think it now. When they got divorced, I thought the fighting would stop, but I'm still stuck in the middle, and they're acting like kids. I stay at Dad's every other weekend, but Mum hates it. She always makes me late or makes excuses and tries to change the day. Then she texts me every 10 minutes to check on what we're doing. She asks me all these questions about him, and whatever I say she'll twist it and make it sound like he's done something wrong. I used to tell her it wasn't like that, but she'd get upset, so now I just don't tell her anything. It's like she wants me to decide not to see him. But I do want to see him, I really miss him. As the weekends at Dad's get closer, I get really nervous about how Mum's going to be. She starts talking about it a few days before, little comments, wondering what Dad's got planned this weekend, suggesting that I'd have more fun if I stayed with her. And she goes on and doesn't stop until she drops me at Dad's on Saturday morning. It's like she's trying to ruin the weekend before it's even happened. Sometimes I think it's deliberate, but sometimes I don't think she even knows she's doing it. Then when I get home on Sundays, the weekend could have been great, but I have to forget it all just in case she kicks off. If I tell her I had a good time, she just says he's poisoning me against her, and then she starts all over again. It's doing my head in. She doesn't want me to see him, but sometimes I think she's the one I don't want to see.
Mum and Dad split up when I was 10. It took them years to get through it.
They were so wrapped up in themselves they could hardly be bothered with me. I was spoiled, I was indulged.
I was stuck between two parents who fought over me and lied about each other.
I couldn't trust them. I couldn't even talk to them. They were so busy tearing strips off each other.
They hardly noticed me. When they finally saw what was going on, they said they were sorry and they were there for me whatever happened, and nothing would ever stop them loving me.
I was angry, I got expelled from school.
I self-harmed, I stole stuff, I started fights, I did drugs.
I hated them, I hated everybody.
I was screaming for help and no one could hear me.
They all just said,
"Remember your parents still love you."
Yeah, that really helped.
All my life I've just wanted a relationship, but I always pick the wrong people.
The ones I want don't want me, and the ones who want me, well, I just can't trust them.
It's still hard, but Mum and Dad are grandparents now. They've got to get used to it.
They still hate each other and that won't change.
But I've separated myself from their problems. Dad's not a monster, and Mum's not a cow.
They're just two people who fell out of love and dealt with it badly. It's a shame they couldn't have seen what they were doing to me.